Welcome to episode 286 of the official Gamestitch Podcast. I'm Ryan Walton. As always, I'm joined by Dan Reamer.
Good morning.
Good morning.
What a Sunday.
It's early enough it's not good or bad yet.
Well, here's the thing I don't like about Sundays. Sundays are the beginning of the ruination of my week because all I can think about on Sunday is that I have to go to work on Monday.
I used to be really bad about that. Like, that was all that the day before I went to work was ever devoted about. It was just to think about how tomorrow sucks.
That's exactly.
I've tried to live more in the moment, though.
I have too. It doesn't always work. Because here's my thing. I don't know if I've had this discussion on here before, but for me, weekends are Saturday. Friday doesn't count because you had to work.
Mm-hmm.
So that doesn't count as a weekend day. And Sunday doesn't count because all I can think about is that I have to go to work tomorrow. So the only really true free weekend day I have is Saturday.
So the one sacred day of the week is Saturday.
Yes.
Yeah, I get that sometimes.
On the ones I don't have to work. Otherwise, I don't have a sacred day during the week.
The really crappy part is when you're looking at your weekend, whether that's Saturday or Saturday and Sunday, and you're going, I have 100 things to do.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
Like, I'll just go to work if this is how my Sunday is going to go. If I have so much to do I can't even enjoy myself, I'll just go to work.
Right, yeah. It's like vacation days. When I like to take a vacation day here and there, just to be like, you know what? I don't want to go to work today. I want to sit around and play video games or watch movies, so I'm taking a vacation day.
I can't stand when anyone goes, oh, what did you do when you were off? Like, not a fucking thing. Why do I have to do something?
Right.
Like, why is it expected that if I take a day off, I have to have done something?
Yep.
Nothing. I wore the same clothes all day.
That's right.
I ate all day long. I played games all day long.
That's right. I dripped. I didn't wear a shirt, and I dripped ice cream right out of the carton on my fat belly, and I don't give a shit.
The world is no better for what I did yesterday. Like, nothing was better. Like,
or worse. I did nothing to affect the world in any way. The world didn't even know I was here.
Yeah, you need a day like that every now and then, but the world doesn't want you to have a day like that.
No. My wife doesn't want you to have a day like that. My wife is like, if you're going to take a vacation, we need to go somewhere. Like, I don't want to go somewhere. I want to take a day and do nothing today. I don't want to take 5 days in a row and go somewhere.
Well, there's a lot that needs to be done around here if you're going to be off.
Yeah, no, I'll go to work. Fuck it. See, and then I'm like,
fuck it.
I'm going to work. I'm going to work. Fuck it. If I'm going to have to work, I might as well get paid.
If I can't do nothing, I'll just go to work.
Right, if I have to do something, I'm getting paid for it. My goal is to do nothing. That's the only way I will accept no money. No cash flow. That's
a strange thing, because even people who have nothing to do with me, like just people I work with who I, sort of, I've talked to for the last several years, but we're not friends.
You're like nodding the hall and that kind of thing, yeah.
But they'll be like, hey, were you off yesterday? I didn't see you. I'm like, yeah. They're like, oh, yeah, what'd you do? Like, well, why do I have to do something if I'm just not here? Like, it's this or something else?
My standard answer is not a fucking thing. It's my standard answer.
My first thought is, does it matter to you at all?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't typically say that because I don't want to be that guy.
Right.
And then I usually will just tell them the one task that I performed.
You got to really fuck with people sometimes. Be like, what'd you do? I had to bury the body, so I needed about 8 hours. I need to get rid of some evidence.
Been watching this one guy for a couple weeks now, and he's up to something.
Yeah.
And then just walk off.
Yesterday was the day.
Anyways, have a good one. Bring it back around, make it perky. Yeah, so if you're one of those people out there listening and you see someone who took a day off, don't ask them what they did. Either two things are going to happen.
They're going to
be on. Yeah, and then it's awkward because you're like, okay, sorry. Or they're going to lie to you.
Because when you ask what we did on our vacation, I know that you don't really care what I did on my vacation. It's just what you're supposed to say next.
Right, but don't force me to then lie to you like I was more productive than I was.
Right. Like I was an exemplary human being, because I was not. I was a shitbag.
Right. I did laundry all day, which translates, I put one load in the washer and it never made it to the dryer.
Right.
Right. Don't make me do that. I didn't do laundry all day. You know that.
I have done that too. I've actually used that scenario to
Yeah.
to do that where my wife, what did you do? I've been doing laundry all day. What that consisted of was when I woke up, I put a load of wash in, and right before she got home, I put that load in the dryer because I've been doing laundry all day.
And I'm probably not going to get it folded today, to be honest with you.
And it's technically, it's not wrong.
Yeah. See, that's what happens. Everybody turns into a fisherman when they're talking about what they did.
Right.
Like everybody just, I mean, it's sort of true, but it's been stretched a lot.
Let's just say I did some stuff.
I'm super efficient in like 45 minutes. I get a lot done.
I do too, because I got this task. I have tasks that need to be performed, and I don't want to do any of them. So what I do is I bust them out as quick as possible. I can make a bed in 37 seconds.
It's because you're not allowed to do nothing.
Right.
That's the shitty part of all of this is you're not allowed to do nothing.
Right.
By the world, society. But some people, and you know people like this, I definitely know people like this, they don't do anything ever.
I do know those people too.
And they don't even pretend to do anything.
No.
I got a friend, doesn't work, a year older than me, virtually never worked. And I'm like, hey man, what are you up to? Nothing. Sitting at the house playing games. I'm like, cool. And I get a little judgy in my head.
Why, you a piece of shit?
Yeah, a little bit. Like, why don't you have to go to work? How do you have money?
Oh, so it's more about you than it is him, right?
Yeah, it's probably a jealousy thing for sure. I'm like, how you got such a sweet setup? That's really what it is. I want to play games all day. I want no responsibility.
Yeah, I would love that.
Yeah, so it probably is a jealousy thing, but I turn into that person, that judgy person that's like, oh, nothing? Okay. So what are you doing with your life?
It's good to know that you're a productive member of society, thank you.
Right. Well, I was just out working hard, just been at work all day. Not at home playing games.
That's what someone said to me this week about something. It came up something about being a productive member of society. And I said, well, apparently we've got a lot of productive members of society, and society's shit, so why don't we all just quit being productive?
I like to think most people are productive.
I do too.
Like, most people get up each day and get some sort of thing done, whether
something
it's work
done.
or
no matter what,
something at home.
Yeah, volunteering.
Yeah, helping out.
Getting your kid to school when it's hard for you to do is productive.
Most people, I think, fall into that category.
Yeah.
There's a little sliver, though, that have just, they don't do anything.
There is, but then you had the other end, too, where the people who are like, oh, well, I'm more productive, so all those people are pieces of shit. Anybody who's less productive than me is just a piece of shit.
Yeah, I'm working 4 jobs. I'm flipping a house right now.
Mm-hmm. What are you doing with your life? Well, I'm enjoying mine, bitch.
Yeah.
Go build your
fucking house. On the weekend, I
house.
volunteer. Right, I can't. Some people need that, though. They can't sit still.
Yeah, that's not a problem I have. I don't understand those people. I can't wrap my head around that.
Do you feel like you enjoy your downtime more because you don't get enough of it?
No.
See, that's my concern, is that because I'm always having to do something or get something done, that I wonder if I enjoy the time I do get more because of that.
I don't, and here's why. I can tell you exactly why, too. Because unfortunately now, because of the way life works with being a productive member of society and so on and so forth that we've discussed, now my time has become routine, and it's not when I want to do it. My time is pretty much always at the same time. I usually get on between 9 and 9:30 at night. I play till about midnight, sometimes a little later, and then I go to bed. So now it's just become part of my day-to-day routine. So no, I don't think I enjoy as much, because I can't just go, you know what, I feel like playing a game right now, and I jump up and I turn it on and I fucking play. That's enjoying it.
I get what you're saying, because I'm also very routine with when I play usually. But do you ever, when you're playing during the middle of the day, which I know you get to every now and then, are you like, here's what I do. When I'm playing during the middle of the day, I'm like, man, I got stuff I need to do.
No.
See, I can't get those thoughts out of my head.
I don't. Because it's not something I do all the time. Because I do the stuff that I need to do. That's why it's become routine. That's why I can only play at 9 o'clock and on at night is because I do those other things.
Yeah, it's rare that I get to, but like, so yesterday, for instance, I played from, I'm going to say like noon till 2 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a few hours in.
Mm-hmm.
But during that few hours, all I could think was like, I have stuff that I need to do. That's not this.
Well, it's like on the 4th of July, I played the most video games during the day I've played in I don't know how long, because I wanted to, and that was enjoyable.
I also played almost all day on the 4th because it was like living on the sun hot here. Like it was a new kind of hot outside. I needed to pressure wash. I walked outside and I was like, ooh, no,
some of that smash mouth temperature.
Yeah. I was
like,
it'll need it next week too. Like I'm not today. Not on the birthday. Not on the birthday of this country. Am I going to go out here and sweat my balls off when I could be inside playing PS4?
Fair enough.
So I went back inside and played a lot.
Now, it should be noted that I do always enjoy the time that I play. I don't play if I don't enjoy it. I mean, there's nights that I don't play at that time because I don't feel like playing. But I don't know that I enjoy. I don't worry about this other stuff I have to do when I'm playing because I usually get it done and because it's become the routine. So,
yeah, I get in a funk every now and then where I get on, and what it is I'm too tired to play.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm trying to push through because this is the time I can play.
Right. And I don't like that. I don't like having to schedule my time for my hobby I enjoy.
That's the closest to not enjoying it I ever get is when I just get on and I'm pissy because I'm just too tired. But I'm like a stubborn 8-year-old that doesn't want to go to bed.
Yeah, I've known you some of those nights.
Oh, yeah. It's very clear. I wouldn't say I hide it even at all.
No. Usually those nights you're an asshole.
Yeah, I'm way more critical about everything. I'm just pissy.
Uh-huh.
I get quiet a lot more. I'm just tired. That's all it is.
A piece of shit is what you are.
I don't disagree with that. So, it was a weird week.
For you?
Yep, for me. You weren't on a whole lot.
Actually, I was, but...
Were you on Xbox?
Yeah.
So you weren't on PS4 a lot. Howard and Patman, for some reason, decided to take vacation at the same fucking time, which is unacceptable out of two people that I play a lot of games with.
No, you could have just thrown me a text.
Well, I figured if you wanted to be on, you'd be on. And here's the other thing. Jurassic World came out, Jurassic World Evolution.
Yes, I knew. And I figured you were playing that a lot.
A lot. So, also, when I talk about it, there's a chance I'll call it Jurassic Park somewhere throughout here. Just let it happen.
Yeah, it's fine.
I call it Jurassic Park a lot, probably more than Jurassic World.
Same franchise.
Yeah, same thing.
But it should also be noted that I checked every day to see if you were on, and you weren't. But there was a reason for that.
There is a reason for that, and I didn't realize it until last night. So if you head over to youtube.com/Gamestitch, I streamed Jurassic World Evolution. I think I've talked about it before, but when I stream, I go into private mode, so no one can see that I'm online. I join a chat, so it prioritizes my chat, and it's a private chat. Just to balance everything out, also make sure I'm not getting, messages, things like that. Try to give you the best experience as a viewer that you can get.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes, and by sometimes I mean almost every time, I forget to switch it back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So last night, Howard returned from vacation and said, "Are you not playing games?" And I was like, "Yeah, absolutely playing games. Been playing games for the last hour." And he's like, "Well, you're not online." And I'm like, "Oh, maybe not." So let me talk about Jurassic World Evolution a little bit.
Sure.
Jurassic Park, as the older folk know it.
Jurassic Park World.
It's really good. Like, really, really good. For someone like me.
Someone who enjoys the builders.
Someone that enjoys the grind. That enjoys, like, the next thing. Because it's all a build for the next thing. Like, you're doing whatever you're doing to get the next thing. But the next thing fucks your park all up. And then I have to rebuild the park to make sense for the next thing. So that I can get the next thing, which I then have to rearrange my park because it doesn't make sense with the way I have it set up. So it's a lot of that. And this game does some unique things for a builder, for a simulation, SimCity, City Skylines type game, in that you have multiple locations. So you have multiple islands. They're canon islands, as far as I know. They follow the islands, of course, that the movies have taken place on. Mm-hmm. They also follow. They go out, anything that was referenced. So the game also has voice acting from all the actors.
All the real actors?
Yes. So you've got Chris Pratt, you got Jeff Goldblum. Right off the fucking rip, you got Jeff Goldblum, which I'm a fan of. I like him in my video game.
Who's not a fan of Jeff Goldblum? Come on.
There are not a lot of lines of dialogue, but it exists, mostly between missions. So that's another thing. There are missions that you can do an unlimited amount of. The park consists of 3 different categories: science, entertainment, or security. Mm-hmm. So you decide where to put what missions to do, then move those bars up and down. They work like factions, so you move one up, the other 2 move down, typically. So if I decide to take a science mission, then typically it'll move at least entertainment down, or maybe security down, or entertainment and security down.
Okay.
So you typically will build them. You'll build one all the way up to unlock whatever you have to do mission-wise. There are these big missions that you have to do the little missions to unlock. So you'll do it all the way up to that, and then you'll switch over to the next one and start building that one. And then at the end, what I've tried to do is then get it back into balance the way I want it to. I always pick science first. I mean, that's what Jurassic Park's about for me. It's about science. So I do science, and then I try to get entertainment damn close to that, because that's the other thing. It's a theme park. It's about making money. And I keep security just way, way low, because I feel like if you go to an island full of dinosaurs, you understand you might get eaten, especially with their track record. So I keep security typically pretty low. But when you go to these other islands, everything you've unlocked moves with you. So all the buildings you've unlocked, all the different species of dinosaurs that you've unlocked, all that is available as soon as you get to the new island. What doesn't go with you is the money.
Oh, so you have to have all the money.
So on my main island, the first island you start with, I have like $140 million, which is not bad. It's a lot of money, more money than I'll ever need for that island. But then you go to your second island, and it's already partially built, but the management that had it before, or I think it's the third island, the management that had it before ran it in the ground. So you start in debt. You can't build anything. You have to sell stuff off in order to start building, when you have $140 million sitting on another island. So when this first happened, I'm like, this is bullshit. I even Googled to see how you move your money from one island to another.
And you don't.
And yeah, Reddit was like, oh, easy answer. You don't. I'm like, cool. Fuck off, asshole. You're son of a bitch. But here's what it does. It keeps you engaged, because I'm like, I have to start all the way over on this. I can't rely on the money. I also can't just jump in, and it doesn't turn into sandbox mode where I just build everything.
Right.
Because if I jumped on an island and had 140 million, I could immediately populate that entire island and be done.
Right.
So it keeps it fresh from that perspective. And then the other thing it does is it forces you to go back to that other island, that first island. I don't just move on and be finished with it. I have to go back there, because when I unlock new research, I go back to that one and spend the money on that one to do all the research, to unlock it for the other islands, because I have a lot of money on that one.
Right.
So like research and expeditions and stuff, I'm launching those from my main island. And then if it's fossils I want to process, I do that from the main island. But if it's ones that I get that I want to sell, I jump over to the islands with no money and sell them on those islands to get money. So I'm constantly bouncing. I think I have four islands now. I'm constantly bouncing between all 4. The other smart thing they do is they give you a big giant island that is sandbox mode that you unlock. It's your second island that you unlock, or third island. No budget there, no missions. It's just get in and build and have fun and goof off and let dinosaurs eat people, and whatever you want it to have happen over there. And that's really smart, because sometimes you just want to recklessly build a giant park. Mm-hmm.
I've heard of that. I've heard of that.
Yeah, the mission part, it doesn't let you do that. It doesn't lend itself well to building your dream park. So the maps are not like square. It's not grid system, which bothers me a lot. But the good thing about that is, so many city builders and builders in general give you a square.
Right.
Here's all of your world is in this square. So this game looks like you handed a 4-year-old a piece of paper and said, draw an island. That's what it feels like. There's little skinny parts. There's big parts that open up into, bigger parts, and nothing makes sense. It's laid out like an island. There's only certain usable land on an island.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
And because of that, it forces me to not be as perfect and square as I want to be. So I want everything in rows with paths that connect and pretty. This is not this game. It's not how it works. Even the best park you build is a little chaotic because of just how it's shaped.
Because it's got to be, because that's what your landscape allows for.
It's all you've got, yeah. And it's crazy, and there's so much trial and error. You put certain dinosaurs together and you're like, oh fuck, this isn't working. So immediately before they kill each other, you're trying to get the Jeep over there to heal one of them. You're trying to get the helicopter over there to trank the other one so you can get them apart before they kill each other, because it might cost you $400,000 to attempt to make a dinosaur.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's say I want a raptor. It might cost me $400,000, and it's a dice roll. It may fail during incubation.
That's not good.
So if you only have $1 million and you spend $400,000 of it trying to make one, and it fails, and then you have to spend another $400,000 to try to make another because you need a high-end dinosaur to get people through the gate. It makes it you only have $200,000. It walks out of the freaking research lab and then immediately starts fighting with something else. You're like, fuck, stop. The other thing this game doesn't have is it doesn't have a time manipulation. There's no speed up. There's no slow down. It is real time. So when some shit starts to happen...
Like actual real time, or
it's not
the
actual
game's
real time.
version of real time?
Game's version of real time.
Okay.
Which is what I would consider probably to be not normal speed in a game, but slightly faster.
Okay.
So like all the money you earn, everything is based on 1 minute. So how much you earn per minute.
Okay.
There is no day and night cycle. It is always day. Which I think lends itself well because the park wouldn't work at night.
Right. It's not open, so.
Right. But so it's weird in that you can't, normally when some shit would happen like that, you would pause time, get everything queued up the way you wanted it, and then restart time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in this, let's say a velociraptor breaks through a fence. A few things have to happen immediately. I have to get that fence patched up. I have to get that dinosaur
back
tranquilized
and then back in
transported back to the pen. I have to get the people in a shelter, because if I don't open up the shelters, they will be eaten. If they are eaten, it costs me money in lawsuits. It also costs me money in that they're not out shopping.
Mm-hmm.
But what order do you do them in? If I start tranking immediately, the fence doesn't get patched quick enough, maybe another one gets out.
Well, that's where you go to your science security theme park.
So there are all these decisions that have to be made in like a 5-second window, and they don't happen often, but when they do, you're like, fuck. My new park last night, it's very skinny, and they keep saying like there's something bad about this park. Like it's not, I don't get a good feeling about this park. Mm-hmm. It's very skinny. There's like one way out, one way in.
That ain't good.
Right.
Something goes wrong, there's nowhere to go.
Jeff Goldblum, I think, says that. Like you're playing with fire. Like, it's so small you have to fill it up with the most exotic dinosaurs, but there's nowhere to go. So it's the first time I got concrete walls unlocked. And I'm like, clearly this is set up to put a T-Rex in. So I start doing the research. I get the T-Rex right over the genome over 50%. So I'm like, okay, it's time. It's time to make a T-Rex. This is what I've been waiting for. So I make one. I put a live feeder in there. The thing is just gobbling down goats. Everything is fine. He's happy. When they're happy, they don't try to break out.
Gotcha. Okay, that's good.
Yeah. But you have to pay attention to their needs. So they have to have food. They have to have water. They have to have the right amount of population, which are other dinosaurs. They have to have the right amount of social, which are the same kind of dinosaurs. They have to have the right grasslands, the right forest. So you're looking at all these meters. He's fine. Well, for some reason, there's some sort of glitch. When he gets over to one side of the pen, all his stats just fucking drop to nothing. It's like a legit bug in the game. Well, if the asshole stands over there long enough, his comfort level goes all the way down, and he's like, "I'm just here to, fuck shit up."
Which is what a T-Rex does. So that's fine.
On a tiny island where you have no money because you just started, he breaks through the wall, and you're like, I can't afford this. Like, I can't afford to close the park. I can't afford to have him out. I can't afford to put him back in. And because this island is so remote and so small, energy costs like double what it does everywhere else. Like, this island is super fucked. It's no good.
Why don't you just let the dinosaur run wild on the island and not build anything there?
Funny thing is, that was Howard's first question, too. What if you just leave it out? I can't do the missions.
Okay.
And the missions unlock new stuff.
That was Howard's.
Yeah, when I told him last night, he goes, "Why don't you just leave it out?"
Yeah, I mean, if it's so small, why not just let the T-Rex roam free and have that be like an aerial?
Yeah, it's not how it works.
Tour.
I need feet on the street buying hats and shirts and spending money in my restaurant.
Well, they will at the main island after they see the T-Rex and its natural habitat. But the money doesn't move over. So I need money on that island. Okay. I mean, in the game sense, it's all... in the game world, it makes sense. In the real world, what you're saying makes no sense. But
I didn't have to put a T-Rex there either. I could have put anything there. The reason I put a T-Rex there is there's already a pre-built concrete structure that looked like it was made for a T-Rex.
Right.
And because on an island so small, I can't put a ton of dinosaurs.
Right.
So I had to maximize. And let's say you were going to a dino park. There's a handful of species you want to see.
Mm-hmm.
T-Rex probably
is one of them.
Top of most people's lists. Raptors, T-Rex, any kind of like cuddly looking dinosaur you can get close to and maybe put your hand on.
Or anything that's going to tear things apart.
Yeah. People like those bird things that run real fast and get eaten by the T-Rex.
Yeah.
People like those. Any kind of long neck, anything. I think people are, Triceratops.
People do like the Triceratops.
Yeah. It's always like the first one that I put in any park if I have money.
Triceratops?
Yeah. When you first...
It's a safe bet.
When you first release one, you get a trophy called, that was my favorite when I was a kid. Because that's what Alan says in the first movie.
Yeah.
When he finds the sick one, that it was his favorite when he was a kid.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason Triceratops was the first dinosaur you see in the first one.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a reason for that.
Because it was probably your favorite when you were a kid.
Uh-huh.
So.
Because it was defensive and protective and...
But not mean.
Yeah,
right.
Like you could have it for a pet. It would guard your house.
Yeah. Yeah, so so the game does a good job, though, of all those species that you know and love are the ones that the people that come to the park know and love. So building a pen and putting bullshit in it isn't going to get you as many people as building a pen and putting raptors in it. Because people like raptors. So there's just a lot to balance. There's a lot of jumping back and forth, but it's all, if you're into these kind of like resource management and building, like it's all in a good way. It's not perfect. It does, especially, I've watched some PC stuff. It looks a little smoother on there. When you get a full island with a lot going on, it gets a little hitchy.
Mm-hmm.
There's not been a patch for it yet. I believe there was a day one patch, but there's not been anything since. Again, I have that issue with my T-Rex. I mean, it was an easy fix. I put a fence within the fence so it couldn't go in that corner where everything messes up.
Right.
Problem solved. But I still don't know what was causing it. And my park looks a little funky because there's like a unnecessary wall. So, it's not the smoothest looking thing, but
just
it
put
works.
up an under construction sign. Be fine.
My park's always under construction.
There's some flashing cones.
So the other thing that happens on this little tiny island, it gets hit by massive storms. So if you don't put up storm protection, it tears your park apart. Sometimes that means it busts the fence out.
Right.
Sometimes it puts your whole power plant down. If you have electric fences, they're not working. It's just like a no-win situation on this little island. Some of them get hit by storms, but typically the storms aren't that bad.
That's how it's supposed to be. Have you ever seen a Jurassic Park movie?
Right. All the islands are so different, though, in the way that they look, the way that they feel, the things that happen. The missions are fun. At first, I thought you couldn't replay the big missions when you failed them, but I figured out how to do that from the menu finally. Because those unlock things. Well, I failed one of them. And I was like, I need that it was a fence that you get for it. I'm like, how do I just have to not have that fence now? Or I have to start the island all the way over? Because that'll make me quit this game for sure. But there's a menu you can go in and restart those.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad
it doesn't make it clear, but I had to Google that too.
Those games never do. The builder games never make things clear.
Yeah, I found like 40 people asking that question. Like, how do I restart missions? I didn't get this dinosaur. I didn't get this. I didn't get the bowling alley. Like, how do I restart these? So I felt a little better realizing that no one understood how.
Now, I actually watched some of you streaming the other night.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't typically like this kind of game, but this game looked interesting to me.
Your mind would be fucking blown if you saw my island now.
Compared to that first night?
Yes. Like, it is insane the amount of things that are in the park now.
I mean, I actually watched you create your first dinosaur.
Yeah, which is also a cool thing.
And the door comes up and the little thing comes up.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
That was neat.
And when they come out, they yell. They like all scream. They do their noise when they come out.
Yep. So
good.
I don't usually like these kind of games, but this looked good. I actually considered picking it up.
Yeah.
What is it? A full price game?
It is a full price game. Going in. So I'll tell you where I'm at. I've done 4. There are a total of 6 islands. I'm on my 4th island. The 5th island is the sandbox one, which I have not played at all. The 6th island I have not unlocked yet.
Mm-hmm.
I've done none, so I still have all 3 big missions to do, and I have to do all the little missions leading up. I just got to where it's making money now. And I have 23 hours in it.
All right.
So my guess is to finally get the last island and everything like that, I'm probably going to get 4 more hours, if not a little more, 4 or 5 more hours just to unlock the next island.
Mm-hmm.
And then
another 8 to 10 hours?
Yeah, to finish that island probably. And then I will eventually go into sandbox mode and just build a mega park and try to clean up the trophies.
Gotcha.
I think I showed it off in the stream, and I don't know how much you got to watch. You can drive the Jeeps. So when you build a ranger crew, when you build a ranger crew, you can actually go down third person and drive the Jeeps. And then you can do all the things. You can go refill the feeders. You can heal sick dinosaurs. Same thing for the helicopter. You can go up there, fly it, try to tranquilize them from the door of the helicopter, and you can do all this stuff if you want. But there are a lot of the trophies are tied to the photo mode. The photo mode is you get in a Jeep, you drive where you want, and you take a picture like while you're sitting inside the Jeep.
Africa.
Very similar. And obviously you're paid more for better photos.
Right.
So you want to catch them doing things. Well, there's a ton of trophies that are tied to like a T-Rex fighting an Indominus Rex. Like, I don't know if that's a moment that I can just happen to catch.
You can create it in sandbox mode.
Yeah, in sandbox mode, once I've unlocked all those species, it'll be easy for me just to jump in there and do that. I'll build a pen that doesn't matter. I'll smash 2 dinosaurs in there. I'll go take a quick photo. Done. So there's a lot of them tied to that, or have a T-Rex hunt this, or have these 2 dinosaurs fight. There's a lot of them tied to that. Some of them I've got, like take a picture of velociraptors communicating. I was able to do that. T-Rex eating a goat. I was able to get that photo. But there's still going to be a handful of them that I can't get.
Right. That you'll have to do in sandbox mode.
Right. Like a carnivore eating a park visitor. Well, I don't want that to happen while I'm playing. That costs money. So when something escapes, I'm like, I'm trying to get it down. I'm not over there in the Jeep like snapping a quick pic.
Right.
So, there's a lot that I'm going to clean up in sandbox mode. There is a trophy for 5-starring every island, which 5 stars is the max reputation. I don't know that happens.
That's going to be tough to do.
It is.
Yeah.
Probably. So my first island, I am 5 stars. My second, I'm like 4 stars. And it just goes down from there to my new island, which I'm like half a star. So I just don't know that I'm going to get to that point. Obviously, the sandbox would be very easy to 5-star. And it gets easier as you go because you unlock more stuff. Like
now, as far as your stars go, does it tell you why you don't have the higher ranking?
Sorta. It'll tell you like what the needs kind of are. Again, I just found this in a menu too, but it'll say like your guests want more fun, but it doesn't specifically tell you how you get that fun.
Gotcha.
Or they don't like your variety of dinosaurs. Your dinosaur rating is this. Your park rating is this, and you just kind of have to figure out. Like those are the two categories. It seems that you have a park rating and a dinosaur rating. So dinosaurs, what do they want? They want more species. They want different species. They don't want the same ones.
Or certain species.
The problem is that some dinosaurs have to have multiple ones to be happy. If they're not happy, they're fucking tearing the park up and running through it. You can't make one raptor. You need like 3. Animals. Right. So, well, if I'm going to make 3, the pen can't hold a whole lot more because I didn't make it big enough because I needed to put a bowling alley on the backside of it. So there's like a lot goes into balancing the dinosaurs. Like I can't have one of a lot of things. T-Rexes, you can't have 2. They'll fucking fight each other and kill one.
Right.
They cost almost $2 million to try and make one. Which is a sick point of my night last night when I decided to make one. I didn't have $2 million to gamble with. So I'm like, I hope this works. And it did work. Yeah. When that thing walked out, and I had headphones on, so you could really hear the bass when it steps out. Like its foot, and then it screams because when they come out, for anyone that hasn't seen, this big like door like slides open and the buzzer goes off. You can skip it, but if you watch it, it's pretty dramatic. And I usually watch all of them the first time I make one. It walks out and it's these booming footsteps, and then it leans down and screams like right into the camera, the way a T-Rex does, the way it sounds in Rocket League when you score.
Yeah.
And it was absolutely amazing. I was like, this is what it's about. If you play any kind of builder game, if you like any kind of resource management game, I think it's worth it. There is a learning curve. I spent probably the first... I mean, I'm probably pretty comfortable saying the first 10 hours still trying to figure out how to play this game the right way. And I don't even know that I'm playing it the right way now, but I definitely have found a way that works very well.
For you.
Yeah, like I understand, well, just for the success of the island, like I understand what needs to be done. I understand what I have to have. I understand that I have to balance what I build, when I build, with how much power I have available and what's going to bring the most pop, when I put it down. There are certain things that you build for you that are operations, and there are certain things you build for the guest. And there are certain things that the dinosaurs have to have if you want to build an enclosure. So you have to balance those 3 things. You can't just build all operation stuff. It doesn't bring in any money.
Right, I get that.
But you can't have dinosaurs without some of the operation stuff. Excuse me. So, it's just a lot of balancing. It's a lot of figuring out. A lot of trial and error, like I said. My first part, I put the carnivores right next to the herbivores.
I was dumb.
Yeah, one of them broke a fence down, ate everything inside the other one.
Yeah.
I didn't have the money to remake those things. So... then you're just out of luck. Then you have a park with 3 dinosaurs, the 3 that ate everything else.
Right.
Now I will say tickets spike when they're eating everything. Attendance is through the roof when a raptor's tearing apart a triceratops. But as soon as that pop is over, the people are like, "Oh, you don't have any dinosaurs here. Right. This sucks."
It's because you watched them kill each other. Pieces of shit people.
But part of me, like as frustrating as those moments are, they're kind of neat too. Damn it, I'm stupid.
They're illuminating.
And there is nothing that tells you what goes together.
Right.
So, I have raptors, I unlock another carnivore, I'm like, hey, this will be cool, it'll get me a pop. I have no way of knowing if it can be with raptors. I have to make one, I have to let it come out and see what happens. Best case scenario, if they start fighting, I can tranquilize the new one and sell it. You don't get anywhere close to your money back, but you get some money.
Right.
Worst case, it kills it. Or it kills your raptor, and you still can't keep it because the other raptors are going to fight too.
Right.
Now you don't have enough raptors. Your raptors are upset. They're breaking walls down. You can't make anything quick enough. It's a lot going on, but I really suggest it. And I think even at that price point, I think if you play the whole game, it's a 30 to 40 hour game.
That's for people who enjoy those kinds of games.
Yeah.
Well, like if this was a $20 game or a $30 game, I might consider it. But at $60, I can't.
Yeah.
I don't typically like those types of games, so.
There are a couple different people that can be happy with this, though. Anyone who likes a builder or resource management, anyone that loves Jurassic Park, Jurassic World. Like, you've always wanted to have your own park full of dinosaurs. Like, this lets you do that. So, from that standpoint, it's perfect.
Okay.
But if you don't like the grind, if you don't like sometimes you just have to let it sit and run. But you have to watch it because dinosaurs get disease, feeders need to be restocked. Storms come in, dinosaurs escape. Like, you can't just sit it there and then go make lunch. So sometimes you have to sit it there and wait for your money to build up, but you still have to pay attention to what's going on.
Gotcha.
And when you only have an hour and a half to play,
that can be tough.
That may not be how you want to spend your time.
Yep. Not me.
That's Jurassic World Evolution. It's PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
It's been our Jurassic World Evolution hour.
Yep, Jurassic World Park
with Ryan
podcast. I think you should buy that game if you're curious.
Okay.
Not if you're curious, but if you've played a game like that in the past and you
enjoyed
liked
it,
yeah, you should. Don't be scared of the $60 price tag.
Okay, that's fair.
If you've never played one of those games, I would not suggest that you start here.
Well, now it's my turn on what I've played this week. And you said you had about 23 hours in the Jurassic World.
Which is roughly 4 hours a day since I got it.
Yeah, I probably have close to that in Destiny 2 this week. That's where I've been, because see, what happens is my friends on PS4 are never on.
They all took vacation at the same time.
They all took vacations or went incognito, so no one can find them.
My bad.
So I didn't get on my PS4 at all this week. I played Destiny 2 on my PC. I don't have a fucking PC. What the fuck am I talking about? Or on my Xbox One. And so I finally have last night I finally maxed out my power level to where I can start doing raids.
Mm-hmm.
And I have maxed out my actual level. I'm a level 30, so I've maxed all that shit, so now I can go on the hunt for the good stuff. I've still got the 2 expansions to play. I really enjoy that game.
Now, are you playing with people, or are you pretty much soloing it?
I soloed the campaign, but I do have some friends. I have a friend that I play with, and he's got some friends that hopefully we'll be able to run through the raids and stuff with.
Gotcha.
But for the most part, it's funny you talk about going incognito, because for the most part on the Xbox, I've been going incognito and just playing through the campaign. I do like to play through the story myself in those types of games.
Yeah. So
I did. The other stuff I'm not worried about now that I finished that main campaign. I'm not worried about the secondary campaigns, which are, the DLCs. I'll play those with people. But what I was afraid of is when I first jumped in, if I showed on, friends that play it would like jump in. Oh, let me show you this. This is over here. And I wanted to play. I wanted to figure things out on my own.
You want it to be organic.
Yeah, I don't want people. Oh, there's a loot chest over here. Oh, there's a loot cave over here. Oh, no, if we go around this way, we don't have to worry about fighting that guy. Okay, well, I need experience points because I'm not maxed out like you are, so I need to fight that guy.
Also, you want it to be the way it would be if you were all playing it for the first time.
Yes.
Like, I don't want the beginner's guide, the easy, like, I want to make the mistakes.
Yeah, not at this point.
Right.
Not at that point.
Not frustrated enough yet.
Like now, when I get into the raids, I'm like, hey, guys, I'm going to need you to walk me through this because I know these are hard.
Yeah.
I'm going to need to walk through this, and I need to know the tricks.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But when I'm playing through the campaign, I want to play it I want to discover the things about the world and how the game works on my own. I don't want the tips and tricks guy in my ear.
Tips and tricks. The Cheat CC guy in my ear. Remember Cheat Code Central?
Cheat Code Central. Yes. I don't. So But so now I've opened myself back up. Actually, I think I might still be incognito.
At least you did it on purpose.
What?
At least you went incognito on purpose and remembered that you were.
I did it on purpose. You are absolutely correct.
So we would have cleared it up the night before because you wanted to play. I wanted to play, but I had no internet.
Yeah, you had internet issues.
Yeah, I had slow internet. I had like dial-up internet speeds, and couldn't connect. I turned on my PS4. It needed to update a game. It said it was going to be 63 days.
Nice.
I was like, welp.
Not playing that.
Let's make some dinosaurs and play God. It's all I got. So yeah.
I mean, and that's Destiny is all I played this week. Like I said, I got about 20. I got a ton of hours in it. Just discovering things on my own, things like that. So, that's all I played.
I played just a little bit of Rocket League last night, which I played like a stud last night too. I want to say. For somebody who hasn't played in like 5 days.
You must have played late then.
Well, so when
I went to bed, you were still on Evolution.
Oh yeah. So I showed online at like 10:30 whenever he texted me.
Yeah.
And then I played till probably midnight. He was finishing up Howard was finishing up stuff in Fortnite because I think like this season has like 5 days left or something.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, so he's trying to get his battle pass all the way up. And I was already up in Jurassic World.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I wanted to just jump in Rocket League and play a few matches just to get back in the swing of things. When I jumped in, I was playing awesome. Like, a bit ashamed just not to, get some matches in with me playing this well. So next thing you know, it's 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
But yeah, I played super well last night, and it shocked me because I haven't played. Maybe time off is good for me. Playing every night, maybe not the best thing.
Probably not.
And Jurassic World has been perfect because with everybody gone, you not on, I've wanted to play Rocket League, but I've been okay playing Jurassic World.
I've been on, by the way.
Yeah, but you're on Xbox.
You were not. I would have been on, but you were not.
I was fake on. Which, in fairness, every time I stream, I do this. So it's a safe bet.
So it's my fault. Okay,
it's a safe bet if I just streamed.
No.
And you can check that video out on youtube.com/Gamestitch.
Episode 286. Dan out.
Dan's wrong. That's what the episode's called. It's Dan's fault. You got to remind me. You got to be like, hey, are you incognito? And I'll probably be like,
I'm not your fucking mother.
It's rare that I ever go 2 days without playing.
I'm not your mother.
So maybe just a quick text. Are you okay? Are you alive? Something.
Fuck that.
Because I'm always playing. Jurassic World. Also, you can paint the Jeeps, and you can use the 1993 paint scheme.
Can you use the Rocket League paint schemes?
No.
Oh.
Well, yeah, I mean, those are both in there. The 93 and then the Jurassic World versions. Also, they just have a 2018 Jeep Wrangler 4-doors that you can drive. A red one and a blue one that aren't movie-like. They look like you just rolled them off the lot. So those are kind of fun, too. The game is like, I don't know. It's just like Jurassic Park enough that it's kind of silly, but you appreciate it. Like I was driving a Jeep in the T-Rex enclosure, and it was chasing behind me.
Oh, yeah?
It can't kill me or hurt me, but I'm a big fan of that.
It can't?
No, it doesn't. You can't be killed. But I'm a big fan of that. Like, just the idea of that. Like, I could hear the footsteps behind me, and I spun around, and when I did, it was running at me screaming. I was like, this is just rad. I could also see, like, a good, like, single-player Jurassic Park or World game being pretty good, too. Like, if somebody who told stories got a hold of a Jurassic Park game, it could be pretty cool.
Just find a storyteller.
Yeah. I hear there's an opening there that somebody's got an indie studio that they just started up. Maybe she could write one.
Maybe.
Get in
touch with her.
Yeah, I'll shoot her a text. I played Scribblenauts Showdown also.
How was that?
More of a party game than I realized.
No.
So I picked it up from Toys R Us as part of their farewell tour. I paid like $3, $4 for this game. It's like Mario Party meets Scribblenauts, and I didn't realize that. So it might be like balance these things on a magic carpet. You spin a wheel and it gives you a letter, and then you have to pick a thing based off that letter. So what are you going to be catching that you have to balance on a magic carpet? You spin the wheel, it's a S, and you're like, okay, what's S that I can think of in 15 seconds to type in that I'm going to try to catch and balance? So it keeps it fresh. There's not a lot of mini games, but it keeps it fresh by making you pick different letters and stuff. So I don't know. It wasn't what I was wanting. I missed the puzzle solving old school Scribblenauts, and maybe that's in here. I just went straight into verses because that's the main mode.
Gotcha.
It's called Showdown, I think.
Showdown. Hence it's right there in the title.
There's like a board game part of it too. Like there's just a lot going on. But for $3, I'll revisit it. It's no Jurassic World. That's what I'll say about that. Again, check out the stream very early on. I have no idea. You can see me being an infant and not understanding how the game works.
It's true.
YouTube.com/Gamestitch. It's about an hour long. You can skip through the first 15 minutes of me listening to Jeff Goldblum talk too. Because even though I was on a stream, I definitely didn't skip that. If this is your first time here, we don't usually talk for 50 minutes before starting.
About Jurassic Park Evolution.
But sometimes, see, you call it Jurassic Park too. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
But sometimes we do. And if you like that kind of thing, you can head over to patreon.com/Gamestitch and you can support us over there. If you don't like that kind of thing, check next week. Maybe it'll be better.
Or check last week.
Maybe it was better. I'll probably still talk about Jurassic World next week. Spoiler alert.
Ooh, can't wait.
Yeah.
Super excited.
More Dino Talk with Ryan.
Super excited.
I would do a podcast just on that game.
I know you would. You did. What are you talking about? You just did.
I wish I had somebody to contribute with it, though. I need someone else to have played that game. No one I know is going to play that game.
No, none of us are.
Just me out here on the island by myself. Anyways, patreon.com/Gamestitch. You can support us over there. Remember, the podcast posts every Monday, 6 a.m. Central Standard Time on podcast services around the world. If you listen to podcasts somewhere we are not, send us an email at podcast at Gamestitch.com, I think is our email.
That's it.
All I can think about is the dinosaurs right now. Send us an email there and tell us where you're trying to listen, and I'll see if we can get it there. But it's unlikely you found a place where we're not. If you don't want to support us, if you can't support us right now, tell your friends about us, give us iTunes ratings. Those are the easiest way to get this podcast more listeners, more followers. The more we grow, the more bigger and better things we can do.
Yeah, we're looking to go global.
We're a grower, not a shower, if you know what I'm saying.
Yes.
Global, huh?
We're looking to go global.
Fuck nationwide, straight global.
Straight global. Fuck flat earthers, too, because it's called global for a reason.
Right.
Because it's a fucking globe.
Ouch. Do apologize to any flat earthers. You're just dumb. You can't help it.
Ryan apologized. that was not on behalf of me. That was on behalf of him.
So this is the first ever Gamestitch Global podcast. Worldwide.
We're gonna we're gonna be the pit bull of podcasts.
305. Is that where he's Mr. 305? Isn't that it?
He's Mr. Worldwide.
Yeah, but what's his? Isn't it 305?
305.
Yeah.
You can't even think now. Look at you.
I just think about all the flat earthers who every time a photo comes out, they're like, photoshopped. It's a lot of energy towards pretending it's round if it's not. Just don't get it. I saw it on YouTube.
I see it too.
That's anyone who believes something that's I'm gonna say kind of out there, and I don't want to judge people. You believe what you believe. If your reference material is always some guy on YouTube, though, maybe rethink the source, because that's just some dude. Because I got a couple friends who love conspiracy theories, and I always go, "No, check out this video. I'll send you a link." I'm like, "Please don't." I'm not gonna watch it.
Yeah, I got some too.
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch that.
Chemtrails are a big thing.
Chemtrails, FEMA camps.
They're changing. Chemtrails are apparently what happens when you manipulate the weather.
Yeah.
Or chemtrails are used to manipulate the weather. One or the other.
You can make it rain.
One or the other.
You can make it hot.
You can create tornadoes.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it in a movie with Luke Perry once, so it must be true.
Yeah, that's where he's my source for all things that are real. We're gonna breeze through the news for two reasons, because I talked about Jurassic World for too long and because the news sucks. You feel like that's fair?
Both of those are true.
Okay.
Yes.
So the first story.
Both of those are true.
You ever heard of Warframe?
Yup, it's available everywhere. Has been since the inception.
Have you ever heard of the Nintendo Switch?
Are they going to be coming together?
They're coming together.
Oof.
Warframe on the Switch, the popular PS4, Xbox One, PC free-to-play shooter, is finding a new home on the Switch. No announcement of date. No announcement of how the fuck it'll work when you don't have internet. No announcement on anything. But they released a short trailer, and it does appear that it's coming to Switch. You're welcome, everybody who loves Warframe. Really, really popular.
It is. Apparently, it's completely different from the game it was originally.
Yeah.
They've made some serious changes to it that it's... A lot of people play it, yeah.
I jumped in early on and was just overwhelmed. Didn't understand.
So, me too. And apparently, it's completely different now.
The trailer does reveal that the port is being done by Panic Button. Panic Button has done ports for Wolfenstein 2, Doom, and Rocket League for Switch. So they've got some pedigree, some history here in doing pretty good ports.
Yeah.
So I assume that this will work as designed when it comes out.
Yeah, it's a good thing. I think it's good for Switch to get that. It needs a little bit more. It's very much considered a family-friendly console, which it is.
Needs some girth,
but it takes some of the childlike aspect out of it and gives a little bit of a maturity to it. So I think that's something that Nintendo is due for. It's a good thing that it's coming.
I agree. More Nintendo news. Specifically 2DS news. They showed off in Japan 3 new models of the 2DS XL, which now sport a 3DS type design. It's not they switched over to this cheese wedge design for the 2DS. This is like the clamshell design again.
Ooh.
Yeah, but they showed off it is basically a 3DS without 3D, but they showed off the Animal Crossing edition, which is super cool, a Minecraft one, which is awesome, and a Mario Kart one, which looks generic. But they showed off the 3 different designs. They are just faceplates. That is how the 2DS, that's how it works. It's got faceplates you can change out.
Mm-hmm.
But these are rad, and for some reason...
They're rad.
Yeah, they're rad. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Bringing that back. For some reason, the Animal Cross one comes with Animal Crossing New Leaf Welcome Amiibo, which is an update to New Leaf that lets you use Amiibo. The other games the other ones don't come with anything. They don't come with Mario Kart, and they don't come with Minecraft, apparently.
That's interesting.
That's according to this article that I pulled, so who knows? They're all announced for Japan. Nintendo has said that they will have the Animal Crossing, and as of right now, no announcement for Nintendo of America. So maybe some of these, maybe none of these, maybe all of these come here too. It's cool looking. Check them out if you're interested in a 2DS.
Oh yeah.
Super Smash Bros. Another story you care about. Super Smash Ultimate.
Ooh.
Yep.
Take it.
A lot of people wondering what the amiibo situation will be for Super Smash Brothers, because a lot of these characters have already been released. We didn't get full disclosure here, but Nintendo did confirm. Well, let me back up a little bit. The Japanese Nintendo site confirmed that the company is planning amiibo for other returning fighters. Specifically, they've named Ice Climbers, as well as Pichu from Pokemon. And they say that there are others in the works as well. So, here's the thing. I know that the Toys to Life, the Amiibo bubble has popped a little bit. I'm starting to see full shelves of Amiibos. You're starting to see some go on sale, especially the Animal Crossing ones. I see those things for $2 and $3 in a lot of places. They don't need to remake all of these. I think it is absolutely they should restock the heck out of the new ones. They should make a bunch of new ones. Any character that they haven't made an Amiibo, go wild. Make all of them. But if you've already made an Amiibo for it, just re-release a very small batch of those Amiibo. I think that's the right choice. So if it's already out, re-release a very small batch, create buzz, people going crazy trying to find them who didn't buy Wii U and didn't have those Amiibo and all that stuff. But the new ones you can make a lot of, but don't re-release everything and make a shit ton of them and take up all the space at Best Buy and Target, and we don't need all of these again.
You do love you some Amiibo.
I do, but I just hope that they do this right. If they come all the way out with everything and there's a million little Macs everywhere, like, that's just not a good move. That's why I think you take the ones that already exist, you do very small batches, you make them hard to get on purpose, you drive up the value of them, and then people will go buy all the new ones thinking they're going to be hard to find too. Just don't make them all again, Nintendo.
Yeah, I don't. I there's a reason I didn't say anything through all of that, is because I have no opinion one way or the other.
Yeah. The Amiibo game's strong for you.
Woo, you have no idea.
What if I told you that Sea of Thieves could potentially get a Battle Royale mode?
I would be about as excited I am about that last story.
Yeah, me too. It sounds like it could happen, but it does sound like it won't be 100 boats jumping out of a plane. It'll be a little different.
Yeah.
Sea of Thieves developer, they spoke to, let's see who we were talking to here, design director Mike Chapman and studio head Craig Duncan in an interview with Game Informer. And when I ask about Battle Royale, here's what they had to say. We see about the Battle Royale thing, which I think I think that's a super good way to start out with that, because it's definitely a thing that's happening.
And then they go on, but I think there will be opportunities to do that kind of thing differently. It's interesting where you can take PvP in the game, but we'd want to put a unique Sea of Thieves spin on it and do something completely surprising.
Well, you're in a boat, so the difference already done.
There's one.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know how it would work. The mechanics, I don't think, are good enough to support Battle Royale.
I agree. The combat is not great in that game. For his part, Duncan said that Rare doesn't want to simply copy what other games have done. It's not about taking something that works super well in another game and going, hey, let's start everyone in the Sea of Thieves map with different points and have you all come together. So that gives me a little hope that they're not just trying to do the typical Battle Royale thing, but why does it need to be done at all?
I know. If it doesn't fit in your game, don't shoehorn it.
It doesn't. Yeah, there's no Jurassic World Battle Royale. It doesn't work, although dinosaurs and people running on the same map sounds all right. Sounds like Turok Battle Royale.
Well, I would play that.
Coming soon, yeah.
That might be cool.
Yeah, that's not the worst idea.
And I think I do think, side note, I do think that's going to be the evolution you start seeing with Battle Royale, is the addition of other adversaries, i.e. dinosaurs, zombies, vampires.
Yeah, I think we talked about it before. Whatever. That makes it a fun game. If you all parachute down to an island with 100 other people in an island that's also inhabited by wild dinosaurs,
yeah,
I'd play that game tomorrow.
Or a werewolf pack or whatever. Yeah. A pack
You're
of
not
werewolves.
Just looking out for the people, you're looking out for the other thing.
Right.
So you're like, there's a guy. Holy shit, there's a pack of raptors. We have to go now. I don't care about the circle. We have to go now. Mm-hmm. So that, yeah, don't make a Sea of Thieves Battle Royale.
I don't
also,
think it works right now.
It's okay if you make a Battle Royale for it not to have 100 people.
Yeah, it can be less than that.
Yeah, people are like falling in this trap, like, we're going to get 100 people in here. It doesn't have to be. It's actually okay if it doesn't.
You really want to fuck up a Battle Royale? You really want to put a twist on a Battle Royale? Make it 25 people. You could do absolutely nothing but hide and win.
Yeah, but I mean, when you get low enough, it just turns into like a, elimination style death match.
Yeah, but you do it with an odd number of people.
Yeah.
Instead of an even number of people. So there's got to be one person who kills to win.
You want them to kill each other.
And then you win.
You ride to the end together, but then you kill each other.
If you go
like
with an odd number.
style.
Yeah, go with an odd number of people. Go with 99 people.
You want some backstabbery.
I think it adds an element to the game that's desperately needed.
Yeah, I want an island full of dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs. I like the werewolf pack. I like Underworld Battle Royale.
I'd play that. They'd probably make that. If they just heard someone say that, they'd probably make that. They're not super picky on that franchise.
No, have you watched the newest one?
No.
I bought it. I own them all. I can't not own them all. I don't know why. I love the Underworld franchise.
There's some turds in there, though.
Yeah, there are some turds in there. I love that franchise. I will watch every single movie in that franchise more than once.
I love me some Kate Beckinsale.
I do too.
Especially in Underworld.
I mean,
like Kate Beckinsale Underworld, my favorite Kate Beckinsale.
Probably my favorite Kate Beckinsale, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
she's
no.
all right.
She was good in the Total Recall reboot, too.
It's not that she's not good other places. I like
her as a badass beatdown chick.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what she is in Total Recall. She plays like the secret agent / secret wife of the main character.
Yeah, she's good at it. She plays like a badass really well. But what I like about the Underworld, there's like still a part of her, even though she's a badass, it's like slightly feels vulnerable a little bit.
But it's her love for Michael.
Right. But it's so good.
It's her emotions have been reignited. Her passion for life, even though she's the undead.
Yeah. We also spoke about it before, but the most hardcore no nudity sex scene in any movie.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
In the shipping container.
No doubt.
It's probably not, but it's one that I enjoy. This shows absolutely nothing.
It shows nothing.
You might see his ass.
I can't remember. But yeah, it just brings they bring a lot of passion.
Some of those are really good. Some of those are really bad.
Yeah, I wish he would have come back to play Michael in all the movies.
Yeah.
I would have liked to see what they could have done with that story. Because essentially it ends up being a Romeo and Juliet. If you think about it.
Now she leaves too. And then comes back.
Just for one. Just for the prequel.
That prequel's extra terrible for me.
Not for me. Because it's got I'm more about the werewolves than the vampires. It's got a lot of werewolves in it.
Lycans, right?
Lycans, yes.
Lycans. Not a fan of that one.
Rise
Not a fan of the
Lycans.
Prequel. Rise of the Lycans.
It's Rise of the Lycans.
Battle Royale. Let's get on it.
Holy shit. I can't believe I came up with that idea. That's an amazing idea.
Not a bad idea.
Because the werewolves and vampires can attack each other, or you, or the people who are hunting you. Holy shit. You have no idea what the fuck's going on.
Or could you be one side or the other?
Ooh.
Like one match you're vampires. Everybody's a vampire, all 100. The next match, everybody's werewolf.
That kind of makes it more of a giant deathmatch game.
No.
I think you need to be.
No, so you're still trying to kill each other, but then you also have the other side to worry about. But to keep it fresh, like the vampires play differently than the werewolves. But everybody's the same in each time. So everyone jumping as vampires and there's werewolves on the ground, or everybody jumping as werewolves and there's vampires on the ground.
I like the human element, though, because that's how vampires feed.
Yeah, but you just die if you're a human. Let's be real. Humans die.
Not necessarily.
Humans die. Let's move on to the next story, which is kind of a follow-up from whatever week we talked about it. Maybe last week.
What if you could turn? What if you could turn humans, though? Or be turned?
Turned?
Turned. Not turned.
Because humans get turned now, as I understand.
They do?
Yeah.
Just like they get burnt?
I think it's different. I think it's definitely different.
What's it mean to get turned? Is that like being lit?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Or if you grew up when I did, getting fucked up.
Yeah.
Because people that I grew up with weren't
Right.
as
No. Let's get wasted.
yeah.
That's what we had.
Yeah.
Because we
yeah. A lot of wasted going on.
Yeah.
Mostly though, I will say, like in high school, we were like, I'm getting fucked tonight.
Or shitty.
Shitty.
Let's go get shitty.
Yeah, let's black out.
Right.
I don't know if that's a good decision. I don't know.
Yeah, it shouldn't be that. It shouldn't be like your goal.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes it happens, but it shouldn't be the whole point.
You shouldn't set that as the standard for how the night went. Yeah, I think you're complicating the game too much by adding vampires and lichens and humans.
I think so.
It's too much going on. Either you're one or you're the other, and the others are already on the ground. Plus, you're fighting each other. Doesn't have to switch, but I think with all that going on, you're like, I don't fucking know.
Maybe. Yeah, no, I could see that. I guess you don't need humans.
What if it starts with only a few? We've evolved this. Fuck all the rest of the news. What if there's only a handful of werewolves and a handful of vampires?
Okay.
All 100 people jump with the goal of being the last human to survive. But what if...
So like a vampire can turn...
But what if the vampires and werewolves turn anybody they get? And then you're playing as that to take down the other humans.
It's going to get to a point where the human is just overrun.
Well, yeah, but you only have to be the last one. The last one wins no matter what.
Oh, so the last person to get turned.
Yeah, would win.
Would win, as opposed to... That way you don't have a win or a lose.
It wouldn't get turned. As soon as the last person was there, it would just immediately pop a win.
It'd be over, yeah.
Yeah.
But
everybody else is then playing to...
Turn, not...
To turn, but they could also attack the other side, I feel like.
You would need the AI there to attack the other side as well. That way,
but the lichens could also just attack you can fight humans or you can fight the other side of whatever you're not.
Right, that's what I mean. And you would have to have some AI of each too.
Yeah. Well, that's what's turning people initially. The small group of AI. Here's the other problem though. People will be like, "Hey, you go get turned and then come back if we're in squad modes because we want to roll with a werewolf too." But that's good because maybe some other group's rolling with a vampire.
Yeah, that's fine.
It could get crazy. But I like the idea of the game not being over once you get turned.
Turned. I refuse to use that.
Once you get shitty.
I refuse to use that. Yeah, because essentially getting caught by the other side or being killed by the other side gives you a second lease on life.
Yeah, because in traditional Battle Royale, it's over.
But it just, now you have a different goal.
Yeah, your goal is to either assist your side, or if you're in solo, is just to cause fucking carnage.
Mm-hmm. Just to annihilate shit.
Which I kind of like that. I like I'm fucking up every vampire I see. I'm fucking up every human I see.
It's like Evolve Battle Royale, kind of.
Sorta. That doesn't suck.
That doesn't suck.
Sorry, Evolve.
I really wanted Evolve to be good. It sounded like such a cool premise.
Except for, instead of being one thing, they're everywhere.
Right.
And if you're vampires, there has to be a button that lets you howl.
Oh, no kidding. Yeah, no doubt.
Can you imagine like being hunkered down, exchanging gunfire with somebody, and just hearing like nonstop howling behind you?
I wouldn't like that.
You're like, I gotta kill this guy. I can't move yet. It's somewhere close. Then you get turned, and you're like, fuck it. Now I'm really going to kill that guy that kept me hemmed up here. It's not a bad idea.
It's not. And the thing is, I don't think you need a circle at that point. Because your circle becomes the growing number of werewolves and vampires.
Sure, it could drive you to a point. I do think there has to be something, because the map's got to be pretty large at first. There does have to be something that causes... Matches could potentially go on forever if you hide right. If there's not something pushing you to a center point.
I suppose. Because my thought was that as as you get more vampires and werewolves, they're all looking for the humans, so they become the circle in a certain sense.
Mm-hmm. You probably get guns that are better on werewolves and better on vampires, better on humans.
Yeah, there's a whole gamut of things you can do there.
Yeah.
I'm glad I came up with that idea, and I'm glad we evolved it.
Yeah, it's not bad. We definitely need the Underworld license.
Yeah.
I think it's necessary. I want people to shit on it when they first hear about it, and then hear a little more and go, you know what?
That actually sounds all right.
That's not terrible. That's not the worst thing that I've ever heard. Underworld Battle Royale. PS4, PC, Switch, Xbox. Forgot about the Xbox.
The Switch? I
don't. We're gonna skip a lot of these stories unless you just feel like we need to do them.
No, I don't.
I do want to say real quick, we don't usually cover sales. Sony has put everything on sale.
Yeah.
I think all told, PS3, PS4, and Vita, it's like 600 games.
That's pretty much everything that matters.
Like, they lost their fucking mind. So go to the store, check that out. They're also giving a discount right now for anyone who does PlayStation Now.
33% off, I believe, if you're a PS
off.
Plus member.
Yeah. So if you're interested in that, check it out too. So we don't have any skin in the game on that, but there's a lot of shit on sale.
Sales are cool. Buying stuff for less money is always cool.
Yeah, I ain't mad at a sale.
No.
Rocket League. Let me see if I have this real quick. I thought this was interesting. Rocket League just is having its third birthday right now.
Is this the No Rocket League 2 story?
No, which is also a story. They're not making Rocket League 2 right now. They released some fun facts, though, like they always do around this time. A new infographic.
Okay.
And I'm just going to do a couple of these.
Sure.
Lifetime stats. 46 million players worldwide.
That's a lot.
2.5 billion matches played.
That's a lot, too.
It's a lot. Here's the part I don't quite understand. 13 billion lifetime goals scored. I'm fine with that. 13.1 billion. Daily average players, 1.4 million. I'm fine with that. Here's where I get a little disconnect. Weekly average players, 3.5 million.
Isn't that more?
Do you understand where I'm having the issue there? That if 1.5 million or 1.4 are playing daily, but only 3.5 are playing weekly?
Same players. It's
true.
probably
It's a good
not.
point. It's a good point.
Like if you play 5 days a week, you're only counting
One.
as one weekly and one daily.
Thanks
or
for
as
clearing
daily,
that up for me.
but
It's
one
been bothering
weekly.
me for 4 hours now. So 6.5 monthly average players, 6.5 million. And this is the part that totally caught me off guard. Percent of active users, 39% PlayStation 4. I'm like, yeah, of course, that's where most people play. It's where it was first. This is the part I didn't expect. 35% on Xbox. That's a high number. That's almost the same number. That's crazy. 21% playing on Steam and 5% playing on Switch. That is how the audience is made up. They release a lot about the cars and the wheels and stuff like that. The Sanchez DC-137s are the most popular wheel. The most popular paint type is matte. The most popular topper is the pixelated shades. And the most popular antenna is Jinx. The most popular regular car is the Breakout.
It's not the Octane?
So the most popular import battle car is the Octane ZSR, which is the new Octane.
Okay.
The most popular...
Breakout?
Yeah,
Really?
Yep. The most popular rocket boost is the Lightning. The most popular tire trail is the Season 4 Silver. The most popular goal explosion is the Reaper. Not
surprise,
a shocker.
Surprise.
The most popular DLC battle car is the Dominus. The most popular decal is the Heat Wave. I think that is it. So just a lot of... There are some things there that surprised me.
Wow. No ripped comic in there?
No
Rocket
ripped
League?
comic. That would be the most popular reward given for opening a crate. 9,651 years watched total on Twitch.
Years?
Years.
Holy
800,000 plus content creators streaming Rocket League. 57 million total channel views.
You know what's cool? We're in that number.
We're part of it.
Because we've streamed Rocket League.
I don't know if we streamed on Twitch or if we did it on YouTube, but yeah, we're part of it. Fuck it, we're part of it. Happy birthday, Rocket League. You're 3.
Right. Season 5 or 6 starts shortly here this week, doesn't it?
I don't know, but they do have birthday stuff starting Monday. So when you're listening to this, it could be starting. I think it goes to the 21st. It says some new items plus I think some throwback items. They also in casual mode have put in a arena from super acrobatic rocket powered battle cars.
Yes.
So check that out in casual mode. That's fun. Starting Monday, not now.
I don't ever play competitive mode.
You should. I keep telling you that you should play it.
I know. I don't have anybody to play with.
This is partly true, but link up with like Thomas, who doesn't play a lot of competitive either. He's got real internet now.
I know.
Or just do solo standard where you're playing threes but with Strange.
Solo standard competitive?
Yeah, even if you lose, you're probably going to at least get to bronze or silver rank, and then you get stuff for it.
Yeah, that's true.
You're already playing anyways. There's no reason not to get stuff.
Yeah. Well, do you have... What is over your camera?
I don't know.
Is there like a jacket over your camera?
I don't know what that is.
Or what is that?
Let me move the screen. I don't know what it's picking up. There's nothing in front of it.
Oh, it's gone now. Whatever.
Yeah, it is. It's the box that has the microphone. See? It's not over it. It's just...
No. There was something hanging in front of it, like a sleeve.
Oh.
Or something, because you sit in a fucking closet.
I am in the closet.
Or like the bottom of a jacket or a t-shirt or something. It's gone now.
Ron's in the Closet, episode 286.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, we skipped the other stuff. It's time for...
Newest oldest segment.
Newest oldest favorite. Not favorite segment. This week, it's my turn. We reach back in our gaming past. We tell you all about something we loved in hopes that you love it. Maybe you'll check it out. Maybe you'll watch it. Maybe you'll remember it fondly. Maybe you'll tell us about it.
Real quick before we do this, we just need to give a little heads up to everybody here. I know you all love this segment. We are considering shelving it again for a little bit. We would like to hear your opinions on that, on what you think, if you love the GBNF or not. I know you did love it. Maybe you don't anymore.
Right, you loved it so much we brought it back. Spoiler alert, I still don't love it.
No.
I love to talk about things that we love. It just feels forced this way.
It
would happen a little more organically, I think, in a normal... Let us know, @game_Stitch. We're open to it. If you love it, we'll find a way to...
We'll keep doing it, yeah. I mean, it's not like a make or break thing, but...
No. And we'll find a way to reignite the passion if we need to.
Right.
But let us know. This time it's my pick. It's probably one I've picked before because I keep shitty records. But I don't have it down. And we're going back to July 1990.
Ooh.
On the Nintendo Entertainment System, a little joint called Snake, Rattle, and Roll.
I don't think you have done this one before.
Really? It's weird because I love that game.
I don't think so. So what were you, like 8 when this came out then?
Yeah. So when did I say 90? No, it's
90. 5. Oh.
I was 5. But when I played it, I was probably like 8 or 9. I didn't play it back then. We weren't rolling in it.
I did when I was 15.
I mean, I wasn't that old, but I was definitely like 8 or 9. You remember this game, though. You start as the head of the snake.
Uh-huh.
As you roll over the marbles, circles.
They become you.
Yeah, you become longer. You're trying to avoid the baddies. There's something so simple and so frustrating about this game.
It was almost like a reverse Caterpillar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Instead of knocking the parts out, you had to get the parts added.
Right. I love this game.
Are you tired? Did you stay up too late last night? Till 2 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, 2 o'clock.
Because you couldn't come off incognito mode till after I went to bed? Because I'm a piece of shit, apparently.
I came off before that because you knew I was playing Jurassic World. But I stayed up late dragging folks up and down the pitch. For those that don't follow soccer or Rocket League, the field is called a pitch.
It's
Before
true.
you think I just had a stroke while I was talking.
That's true. No, you are correct.
It's a pitch. So you drag folks up and down the pitch when you're whooping that ass. Or whipping that ass. Around here we whoop.
Whipping.
Yeah, in some parts around here we whoop, though.
Whipping that tail.
I don't like that.
Whoop that tail. I'll whoop your tail, boy.
I'll whoop that ass.
I'll whoop that ass.
Whip that ass. See, it sounds too, like, I can't take you serious when you're taking that much time to say it the right way.
Whip.
If two guys, same build, came at you and one said, I'm about to whip that ass, and the other said, I'm about to whoop that ass, are you more concerned about one than the other?
Are they larger than me?
Both of them larger.
I'm concerned about both of them then. Equally.
The cadence doesn't matter. The
sentiment's
grammar.
the same. Nope,
Okay.
the sentiment's the same.
Okay, just checking. Don't get in a fight. Folks, don't get in a fight. If you can avoid it, don't fight. Grown-ups don't fight. I'm always confused when two adults are like, we got in a fist fight. And it's like, what? That's unacceptable. Don't you have jobs and things to do where you're not shouldn't be fighting each other?
I don't know. I guess passions run high sometimes.
It's always something dumb.
It's usually something dumb. Not always, sometimes.
I would rather people settle things that way than go to court.
Well, to be fair,
and all
you
that.
don't strike me as a person who got in a fist fight in school.
Never been in a fight.
Right, yeah.
I've never been in anything that I would classify as almost a fight. At one point, I upset a gentleman in elementary school when we were playing basketball. He chased me with the goal of fighting me, but I couldn't be caught. It was too fast. By the next day, the beef was over. That's the closest I've ever had to almost fight.
Yeah, so, I mean, I don't know. So for some people, I guess fighting is life. I don't know.
Daniel Johnson.
Who's
Shout out to Daniel Johnson. That's the guy that wanted to fight me.
That's the guy that wanted to fight you?
The closest that I've ever had to a fight was a gentleman named Daniel Johnson, who did in fact want to fight me even an hour later.
He didn't?
No, he was just upset about whatever I did then. You ever play basketball in the monkey bars?
No.
So we had like a low monkey bar, and we would play basketball on it instead of the real goals because we were all small and we wanted to dunk.
Okay.
So the middle bar was the one that counted.
Okay.
I don't even know what I did, but I did something during that activity that he did not appreciate, and that's why he started the pursuit.
Okay.
But I was zigging and zagging. Smaller, much smaller than him. Couldn't be caught.
But you had that lower center of gravity.
Yeah.
So.
Closest thing to a fight I've ever been in.
Okay, that's fair.
Not a single punch thrown.
A lot of running.
I'm not even sure that he maybe when he called up to me he would have given me a hug. I don't even know.
Probably not.
If you chase someone, I feel like you're not
Hugs
pleasant.
aren't usually in part of the deal.
Yeah, so not a fighter. You're correct. But I don't even want to see two adults like fighting outside of like entertainment, like so outside of like a UFC or something. I don't want to see
no, I don't either. I mean, it's
fucking grow up.
there is something about it. That you're like, why?
Yeah, what are you doing?
I'm like, really? I don't have that kind of effort to like turn the TV on. Well, what's wrong with you guys?
Yeah, if someone came to me and was like, we're gonna fight, I'd be like, there's got to be a different way for us to do this.
But I also understand that there are certain situations where fighting is inevitable. I guess.
I don't think so.
Like if someone attacks your family.
That's different. I'm talking about like just two dudes or two ladies, just grown ass people, just at the mall or something, just fighting.
Like, why are you talking? Like, why don't you quit talking to my lady?
Yeah, that's every time a dude's fighting. That's it.
I'll beat your ass.
You trying to whoop that ass? You trying to get in on my girl? Negative.
No, dude. I really just want her to fucking move so I can go to the bathroom.
Right.
I just need her to get out of the aisle.
Yeah, I'm about 4 minutes from shitting my pants.
I don't care where she goes. I just want her out of the aisle.
Yo, did you bump into my girl? There's 300 people in here, likely. Likely that I bumped into you and your girl. Because I can't navigate through this fire hazard.
Probably that girl, too. And that one over
Right.
there. That dude. Probably this trash can right here.
Right. Been banging into this trash can all night. It's always something. You spilled my drink.
Yeah.
Fisticuffs.
It's always something stupid. It's usually something stupid.
It's always something stupid. Don't fight, folks. Sell it with your words.
Talk it out like adults.
Talk it out.
Unless you're the adults that fight.
I like to see two guys that fight try to talk it out because they're bad at it. That's why they're fighters.
Well, you ever notice that most adults that like fight, like don't know how to fight?
Yeah, I have
They just
no
like
idea
randomly throw stuff.
Yeah.
And like swing, and they're like taking wild haymakers and missing, and trying to tackle somebody and missing, and falling down and smashing up their knees and bouncing their own head off the wall, and it's just it's a disaster.
I've often thought that if I ever ended up in a fight, I would go for the double leg takedown.
Would you?
You'd
be that guy.
Where I spear them like torso level, and then I grab both legs and lift up and drive them into the ground. Because I don't want to fight, so I'm just trying to get it to the ground so we can just lay on top of each other until someone calms down, which is the other person. I'm calm. I'm fine. I've often thought of that because I don't have any idea how to fight.
A spear, huh? You do pull the Bill Goldberg spear to maybe the sidewalk slam.
Yeah, I'm fine with it because I'm pretty sure I don't know how to throw a proper punch. I'll just end up hurting my hand if I even make contact.
You like break your wrist or some shit.
Yeah, so, but it's because I don't want to be in a fight.
Right. No, I get that.
Even if it happened, I'd be like, there's got to be a different way. I understand you're very irritated at me. Like, there's got to be a different way.
Right.
I've avoided it this long. There's a chance I could live my entire life and never be in a fight.
Oh, probably. I think most people probably can.
Don't you feel like most people probably should?
Yeah, it's better that way. I also understand most people are stupid at different points in their life.
Some people just fight all the time growing up.
Yeah, and some people just fight all the time when they're adults. They like go out every Friday looking for a fight.
Yeah, they get turned and they just get in a fight with somebody.
They get lit. Yeah.
They just get fucked up.
Wasted.
They black out and they just whoop somebody's ass.
Yeah. They just get shitty. Start beating ass.
And when I get shitty, I just start beating ass. I've heard someone say that before, I think.
I have no doubt. I'm sure I've heard like 3 or 4 people say that.
Now it's time for shout-outs. Remember, if you want a shout-out, head over to patreon.com/GameStitch. Toss us $10 and it gets you a shout-out each and every week. If you don't give us a shout-out, we'll supply one for you because you earned it. It's yours.
It's true. This week, Thomas not only has a shout-out for us, but we are shouting out him with the exact same shout-out. He says, at Gamestitch, finally got my beautiful wife her gaming PC. Congratulations, Thomas. And our shout out to you is you finally got your beautiful wife her gaming PC. And she obviously deserves it.
This is like some Inception shout out.
It is. It's some crazy shit.
It's a shout out of a shout out.
But congratulations to Thomas and Mrs. Thomas for the beautiful gaming PC that they deserve. She deserves specifically. I'm assuming it's hers and not Thomas'. Thomas, you need to let us know if you're allowed to play on it.
Well, I think he's got his own.
Okay, but he just got her a new one. So what if he likes hers better? She's not using it. Is he allowed to use it, or is he just still stuck with his?
No, you have to buy yourself one. You gave that away.
How that works?
Yeah.
Yeah, but when you're married, it's 50-50. I mean,
no,
what's yours is mine. What's mine is yours.
That's like when you were a kid and you gave your parents something you wanted.
I never did that.
Oh, I did.
I'm sure you did.
I walk the line, though. Like, I give my dad, like, a PS2 game that he might like that I definitely liked.
And he's like, oh, yeah, here, you can play this. Right?
No. That's how normal people do it. Yeah, he knew what he was doing, so he'd be like, cool, I'll check it out, and you can play it after I do. I'm like, how long till you check it out, though? He's like, maybe tonight. I don't know. I'm kind of tired. Well, what if you checked it out tonight, though? I could open it for you. He's like, I'm good. Okay. I'll just be over here watching you.
So to Mr. and Mrs. Thomas, congratulations
Congrats.
on your new gaming PC. I hope you have a lot of fun with it. I know we're not PC gamers. I know you guys are, so you enjoy.
Congrats.
Yeah, it's a nice addition to that internet you got now, too.
Man, he's like, nice. Welcome to the real world.
I know. It's nice.
He's on the grid, got fast internet.
Yeah.
Gaming PCs all day, every day, everywhere.
Everywhere.
2 more than I have.
2 more than I have.
Yep. Congrats. We are happy for you.
Yes. You got one for Garrett? Garrett didn't have a shout out this week.
I don't, but I will just say that we love you.
We love you, Garrett. I noticed he's been on playing some Diablo. I've seen him on playing some Diablo on the Xbox One.
Oh, I was going to say, if he's playing on the PS4, maybe we could arrange something.
Maybe
I'm thinking about getting back into that game sometimes.
Dude, we talk about it all the time. You know how many games I think about getting back into and then don't?
No Man's Sky.
No Man, that's one of them.
But in all seriousness,
one.
Garrett has an amazing family, and they have been too good to us.
And I'm sure that that little boy is taking up a lot of time.
Yeah.
So I'm sure your gaming, Garrett, I can't guarantee this, but I'm sure that your gaming time has come down quite a bit now with little Bruce to take care of. So
yeah, they're
awesome.
awesome.
And Tawny to take care of as his wonderful mother. So
they're awesome, and we probably don't say it enough. We appreciate everything that all of you do.
Yes. Including Mr. and Mrs. Thomas. We don't want you to be left out.
No, everybody. If you listen
yeah.
and you spread the gospel, the sweet truth of this show.
Oh, geez. We're about to get
we appreciate
picketed.
it.
We're about to get picketed because he just called us gospel. Great.
Yeah, the truth.
Great. We're going to have conservatives with their signs. We're going to have liberals with their signs. We can't please anybody.
I love signs. Yeah, I'll be pleased. Listen to the show. Tell me what you hate about it. 5 stars on iTunes. Well, I think we take feedback pretty well too. So
I think we do actually.
I'm all for a sign.
A sign?
Mm-hmm. Not like from the like an
from
actual sign.
Like a you hold sign.
Yeah.
Not a sign from the fates or
I don't need all that
from the
shit.
god of your choice or whatever.
Whoa! Now you're bothering people. My gospel was fine.
Actually,
but the God of your
I'm being
choice.
inclusive to everybody.
We all know there's only one God. It's the Rocket League God.
God of the Rocket League.
Because every night I say the Rocket League gods are not on our side or are on our sides.
You do say that, yes.
And now other people say that too.
Except for this week, it seems the internet gods were on your side.
One night of bad internet.
So apparently there's gods for all of the different electrical things.
Man, internet being down.
Fucks up your whole life, huh?
Lots of things I can do without internet, but I'm like, I'll just go to fucking bed. Like the game I've been playing didn't even need internet. I lost my cool about my internet being slow though. I checked the speed 47 times. Like there's plenty I could still do, but I'm like, fuck, this is stupid. It's the first time it's been down in a while, but I really came unglued about it. It wasn't even necessary. I was fine. It was also late. It was like 9:30. I could have just gone to bed, or I could just play the game I'd been playing that didn't need internet.
Instead, you decided to lose your shit about internet being down for 2 hours.
It was trying to update Scribblenauts, which I was not going to play, and I'm like, I can't even play Scribblenauts because the fucking update's going to take 63 days. It's like I wasn't playing that anyways. Like, I didn't even think about playing that game, but I was upset that the download wouldn't finish.
It's not even going to be supported by the time it's downloaded.
Right. Yeah, that patch will be obsolete. To start a new patch. But I wasn't even going to play it, but I got irritated by it wouldn't do it.
It's just one of those days I get it. I have those days where I get irrationally angry about stupid shit too.
My phone speed was faster. I speed tested my phone and it was faster than the internet at my house. I was losing it. I ended up playing Jurassic World and settling down though.
That's good.
Yeah. I woke up and it was mostly back to normal, and then by lunch it was totally back to normal.
Excellent.
Just a little hiccup, it happens.
It does happen.
All right, that's going to do it for us. You can find me at @game_stitch on Twitter. You can find Dan at Shirtless Dan. You can find both of us at @game_stitch. And we hope that you do. Come over there, find us. The more people that follow, the odds are that we do a slightly better job. So check us out over there. Remember, rate us on iTunes. It helps other people find this site. If you don't use iTunes, whatever you use, try to rate us on the thing that you use. Favorite us, heart us, whatever, poke us, whatever they have on the thing that you listen on. Try to do that so more people can find us. Dan doesn't want to be poked. He gave a head gesture. I like being poked.
I don't like being poked.
Poke away.
You can give me a thumbs up.
Yeah.
It's
weird. Thumbs up universally became the like sign because of Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know that you like something when you thumbs up it. Which is something you always knew, but now you associate it with that word like.
Right.
No one was thumbs up in things they didn't like. It always meant like, I'm ready, I'm good to go, or I like it.
Mm-hmm. You got it.
Thumbs up is one of my favorite gestures.
You got it.
Like, you don't see it's universally, that means like, right? If I ask somebody what thumbs up mean, they would say like.
I like that.
But you don't see people doing that in the real world.
Oh, I do. I see.
How was dinner? And you don't just shoot somebody a thumbs up and not give them any words.
I do sometimes. Not necessarily in that, but people be putting. I'm like, yep.
I like to use thumbs up as like good to go.
To be fair, my mom does it too.
I like a thumbs up. I like
my
a
mom
peace
always
sign.
makes a stupid face when she's always like,
Yeah, they can't see it.
It's a
He made
face,
like
Mom.
a lemon face,
yeah.
like a Sour Patch Kid face.
Only she means it like it's like a goofy. She's like, hee, I like it. And
I like
you're
a thumbs up. I like
those are mixed messages, Mom.
I like a
Stop.
peace sign. Yeah, I like a peace sign still. It's mostly gone away, but I like it. I don't like that's a shocker. I don't mind that one. I don't like a high five. I've talked about it before. Don't like a high five. Don't like the double point. I do like the finger pistol, though. I do like that.
You don't
Especially
like
when
a
you're
double point? Oh yeah! Look at you.
Double point's too much. It's like, who are you trying to be? Calm down.
You gotta do it when you hunt your. You gotta be like,
Yeah, you're like, this guy. It's very,
that
very
guy.
bro. The double point's very bro.
This is very bro.
Yeah. What about
It's bromantic.
you ever get one of them?
Well, the dude, the hang 10.
Yeah. That one's gone away almost totally.
People don't use that much anymore.
No. Like, I would dare say if you found, like, someone young and you ask them what that meant, they don't even know.
Yeah, it's like hang 10, bro.
Hand signs have gone away because people don't want to accidentally gang sign by accident. Like
Is that what it is?
I think so.
Is that what it is, or are you making that up?
No, I'm making it up, but I think that's it.
It's for as far as made up facts go, that actually you could follow that one to a logical conclusion. So.
Yeah, you don't want to accidentally, while you're hanging 10, flash a gang sign to a rival gang.
No.
So, this is going to do it for us.
Indeed.
Going to do it for this episode. It's a long one, but you needed to hear about Jurassic World, so.
Forever and ever and ever.
Yeah, Dino Talk. This has been episode 286. Thanks for joining us, and we'll talk next week. Good night.
Good night.